It's been fascinating to watch Keira grow as I've grown. We've kind of grown together. She was 18 when we made Pride and Prejudice, so she was pretty much a kid, you know.
How can I ever make amends for such behaviour?
After what you have done for Lydia, and I suspect for Jane also, it is I who should be making amends.
And then when we made Atonement, she was 21 or 2.
Why are you crying?
Don't you know?
Yes, I know exactly.
And now, as she matures, she's become this incredibly strong woman and utterly fearless as well. It was those qualities that I really wanted to bring to the screen in this film.
The whole process of this has been completely different from any other of the films that me and Joe have done together. Before, he was basing it in reality, and so the homework would have been to go away and really look at the period and what was going on politically, socially at that time period. So we did that for both Pride and Prejudice and for Atonement.
In casting Anna, there were no choices. There was just one place to go, and that was to Keira Knightley.
I remember the book as being just incredibly romantic. That's what I love so much about her.
Dance with me.
I'm not used to being spoken to like that by a man I met once at a railway station.
She's wonderful to work with. She has a real calmness on set. She has a serenity that she's lovely to be around. She obviously has a very good relationship with Joe and has, worked with him several times.
I think he's a sensational director, and the opportunity to work with somebody like Joe is something that doesn't come around every day, so you've kind of got to go for it.
Look up and the scene.
She works so hard, that incredible attention to detail.
I learnt a lot from the way that she prepares, she dissected that book. She'd remember, that scene is like that one in the book where she's feeling paranoia.
I don't want to hear any more about a divorce or think about it.
She could break it down really, really well. And it's great to have that tool and have that in the back of your mind, that you're so confident and aware of what you're coming into.
You behaved badly. Very badly.
Watching Keira on set, she's like a Zen monk. Because she would sit between takes, completely focused, completely concentrated, oblivious of what was going on around her in the pell-mell of production.
Steva!
Anna! It's very funny doing this with Keira after we'd worked together on Pride and Prejudice 7 years ago.
Could you expect me to rejoice in the inferiority of your circumstances?
And those are the words of a gentleman.
It's fantastic fun having polar opposites, the mad brother and sister.
She's so totally mesmerising, which is what Anna Karenina is. In a room full of people, your eye is going to be drawn to her.
Since the first day I met her, she's just happy and she brings a lot of warmth every day here on set.
She's obviously explored so much of the character herself, and you can see that she's really embodying the character.
I have to tell you.
Yes.
I have to tell you, you behaved improperly today.
She knows this book inside out. She knows the character inside out. So we're just trying to find and help her make Anna look the way she envisaged her.
I think she's best in Joe's movies, is they know each other very well.
Keira in real life is one of the most likeable people you've ever met. She's incredibly sweet. And yet, when she's on screen, she understands the darker places that some of us can go to. And that was definitely necessary for Anna.
I think the biggest thing for me in playing her was actually accepting that she's an anti-hero as much as a hero, and accepting that there is a judgment in the piece of her actions, and it isn't necessarily a positive one.
Do your mother want you to marry the widow or the child?
Either one.
Well, don't joke about it.
I think ultimately everybody understands her, and even in her madness, you understand how she's got there, and you love her for it and you care about her for it, but that doesn't mean that the behaviour is always nice or innocent, because it isn't.
Do you think my husband will make you a present of me?
Leave him.
Leave him and be your mistress?
Yes.
She understands mental complexity as well. For me, she's unquestionably one of the greatest actresses that we've produced.
Mother Sirouche.
I would die for him. I won't live like this for him.
It's kind of marvellous to see how she has developed as an actor and as a person, from the 18-year-old in Pride and Prejudice to the 26-year-old woman we're now working with.
You're afraid. Well, I'm not.
My view of Anna Karenina has changed quite a lot, and And a lot of the times I didn't like her. And then again, I've completely understood her and loved her at the same time. And I think that's the beauty of the character, you know, is that you can hate what she does. She's duplicitous, she's deceptive, and yet she's also kind and loving and honest at exactly the same time. It's been fascinating trying to kind of capture all that.